Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, the Demon Deacons will put total leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Louisville's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. They booted away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Wake Forest's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed over the middle, it's Foley. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cobb. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They've got a first down here to open the period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Gage. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Gage. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Throws to the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield very late in the half. That's caught. It's Jackson. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Jackson. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Terrell. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
The Cardinals will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Foley.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, better look out! Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Defense has been dominant. We reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Nobody's been able to get on the board as we check out the stats. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the 4th. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Demon Deacons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. And the Demon Deacons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with a GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on 3rd? Touchdown, Demon Deacs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end.
They're trailing by 19 to Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Looking to throw on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Gage. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.